Hey everybody, Leftie here. I'm coming back at you today with Orwell, right? That game that I've been playing. So the last time I was left off, I could either throw the Initiate and Juliet under the bus, or I could throw Catherine Delacruz under the bus, or I could use whatever Aaron Gunther's had to do stuff, I guess, against myself. So I'm actually going to try and do all three options, and the first one I'm going to start with is basically destroying myself, Veronica Mars, because that's who I be. So we're going to go to Mr. Gunther's little page, test op. From what you have told me, you're the more than capable of building a bomb, are you not? We only need 3 of them. Place them at the most important places. So see, that would be basically the Nina thing. It wasn't really him. Papa, it is you, isn't it? Don't ask how I found you, but I did. Do it for her. Wait, what? Speaking of mine, I told her that I found you and I never will. She deserves some certainty, though, some closure. Thought it shouldn't come from me. It needs to come from you. This is what she's been waiting for. Please redeem her. As you probably know, she is kind spirit. She'll find it in her heart to forgive you. Who knows, after such a long time, she might be able to be happy again. So the only thing I ask of you, do it for her. Eva. Eva? Eva. I think it's Eva because it has an E. Alright, and she was studying journalism. So she figured out who her dad was while she was there. That's interesting. Turn to the press. All the materials are going to create the attention you wanted. No, you could not. Get into Rosentech for an internship. Delete the backup of the data I stored there. Remove every chase I ever worked on this godforsaken project. Then quit. This is no place for you. Just walk away and do not tell anyone. Alright, so... a little bit... confused. Sir Victor Rosen himself. Okay. I'm not trying to read all this, I'm just trying to like quickly go through and find the thing I need to do. But wow, she's like a little crazy. They introduce a third human element to oversee. They call it evaluation. The other two, and make sure... Oh. The development team has conducted a first test in fictitious settings. The result has been disillusioning, devastating. What have I done? How could I have ever thought this was a good thing, when in truth, I have helped opening Pandora's box? The investigators somehow managed to convince the advisors that every single person in the test was suspicious. They turned all of them into target persons by bending the truth to his liking. They spied on all other documents. Persons became labeled without looking at the full picture, without seeing the human being. Nothing works as it was supposed to. To make things even worse, they introduce a third human element to oversee. They call it evaluation. The other two make sure the investigator advisors do not misuse their powers. This defies the whole purpose of using 2 elements. There are no ethics in the black hole, only a boot stamping on a human face forever. Oh darn this blindness, this naivety of mine. They must reconsider, they must. Alright, so I'll throw that in my stuff. You will surely understand human elements are prone to misuse. We had to do this. Well, I'm sure that's the case, but I'm investigating myself now. How's that? How does that sound? Does that sound good to you? Because it sounds good to me. Alright, where was I? I was over here. I did the notes. Highly confidential. The goal of this paper is to stipulate a set of mandatory guidelines. Okay. The human element. Target of the related person, restriction of discovery. This is absurd. The authorization. Do not distribute or copy without authorization. Alright, so I got the authorization key. What am I supposed to do with that? I don't remember. What is with like the weird cockroach thing on his desktop? That's just weird. Proper deductions are in order. Why did it bring me here? Oh, okay. Evaluation. See, here we go. Trustworthy. Oh, wow, look at all that stuff. Flag C. Watergate is potentially dangerous. Believes that C. Watergate protected Jay Carrington. Finds possible contradiction in Jade Carradine's statement. Observant. Provides material to pressurize C. Watergate during an interrogation. Warns about possible armed suspect. Investigation leads to the death of suspect M. Maternova. Notice that Jade Carrington is suspiciously often at work. Uploads misleading data on the hacker, trying to be funny or misleading. I didn't know I was uploading misleading information on a hacker. Finds significantly incriminating material on Jade Carrington. Reveals A. Goldfels works on ethical codex of Orwell. Alright, let's throw that all in there. I knew you might be upset that we tracked your progress, but we needed a failsafe for such a powerful system like Orwell. We could not just allow random people to operate without any backup plan. I mean, we need something in place in the event that something went wrong. That's fine. Here we go. That one. There we go. I accidentally murdered somebody. What are you up to? Self-incrimination? To what end? To every end. Oh, I'll put that in there. That one's pretty much important. Stop this at once or we'll have to prosecute you. It's alright. I want to be in jail, I guess. Incriminating material on Jade Carrington. I'll put that in there. That's not a bad one. Nope. Under the spreading chestnut tree and thoughts are free. Achievement. Self-incriminating Orwell investigator causes reveal of the Project Skell. Parliament stormed by protesters after worldwide outrage over the Orwell surveillance system. The government announces immediate termination of Orwell, a partial agency commission with erasing stored data permanently. Oh look, I shut down my own job. Previously arrested Thought member Carrington released. No solid evidence for bombing incitements. Carrington aims to renew Thought. Interesting. Investigator assisting activist group Thought with recent revelation declared honorary member of Thought. Oh, look, I'm an honorary member of Thought now. Ta-da! Was that the right move? I don't know. Why am I still in Orwell? Does that make any sense? Why is the music all weird? Thought has declared the investigation assisting the activist group with recent revelations an honorary member. It is presumed that this symbolic act is an attempt to save the investigator from possible prosecution by exposing his role to the public, since the investigator broke national law by their actions. This is presumed to mark the end of the case known as the Botan bombings. Experts suggest that after the troubled events of the recent week, the nation and its citizens will finally find some long overdue peace and quiet. Not with the fact that I'm still uploading stuff. Just saying. Alright, so that was one ending to Orwell. I'm wondering if I can go back and at that last ending part and play out the other two. But until then, I'm gonna go ahead and let the credits run, and I'm gonna say what I feel about this game. I really enjoy this game. I think this game was really interesting, very fun, a little convoluted in some areas, like when they were like, oh, you found information that totally points to Miss Carrington as a villain or the mastermind behind everything. I was literally like, what are you talking about? I just found out she wasn't at, she was at work all week when she wasn't supposed to be. That doesn't tell me anything. But apparently it did, so a little thrown off by that. But the other areas were pretty good. I like the fact that there was areas where I could decide to share information or not, and depending on what I shared would probably change what happened in the game. So I'm curious if there's a way that I could have done this without having Nina get killed. And I don't know. I haven't researched it. I would assume there is a way. But I don't know if maybe it's one of those deaths that's written into the script, so no matter what you do, she dies. I just don't know. But I'm very interested. Either she dies or she kills the agent who was there to look after her or something. So I'm interested to see. Feeding ear. That's weird. What is that? Feeding ear composer. I don't understand what that means, but okay. But yeah, I think it was a good game. And I'm going to hold on and see if we can do some other endings. So hang tight. Alright, I would do Ignorance to Strength, but I need to purchase that. It's apparently an add-on or a DLC or something, so that's not happening. So I'm going to try and redo Chapter 5 real quick, and come back with you with the ending. So hold on real quick. Alright, so we're back. So I'm going to go ahead and do the stuff to, I guess, frame both Juliet and the Initiate. So we're going to find out more about them. I'm going to go through it this way just to see what this ending is. So I'm going to bust into his computer. Harrison. Oh, so he's been writing up all sorts of information, say protocols. Think, though, what you're saying. Consider the chain of events this will set in motion. I will found a cell for this guerrilla war, then I will recruit members, call to arms, and we start acting even bombings possible to kill. Okay, so that was his intent for Thought. So we're gonna make Thought look bad. Oh, wait, was that the end of the... Really? One data chunk? That was it? Reveals evidence against Thought founder. Activist group declared a terrorist union. Remaining members wanted for arrest. Oh, well, that was quick. With a successful investigation in the Bottom bombings case, the government has announced to advance the Orwell project to full operation. And police cracks down successfully on terrorist group Thought. All no members now in custody. The last Thought member, Juliet Carrington, was arrested last night. Investigator entangled with the activist group Thought wanted for immediate arrest. Whether their home country will comply to the extradition request remains to be seen. Wait, I wasn't working with them. I gave them the information. I guess they just didn't like me at the end there. Government has declared the investigator entangled with the activist group Thought as wanted for immediate arrest. So far it remains unknown whether the home country of the investigator will comply to the extradition request. It is presumed that the government will leave no stone unturned to get a hold of the investigator who is likely to be in possession of insider information on their surveillance project known as Orwell. This is presumed to mark the end of the case known as the Bottom bombing. So basically, the first one was I was like put on a pedestal and Thought got their way. And in this case, Thought got shut down, everyone got arrested, and I'm up for the chopping block too. So that's one ending. That's the second ending. Alright, so we got the first two endings, and I'm going to work on the third one, so hold on real tight. Alright, so the last one is to basically throw Catherine Delacruz under the bus. Why are you looking at my computer? You're supposed to trace the source of the intrusion. Leave my PC alone now. You would not want to be assessed as a traitor, would you? Might as well. I mean, I'm already doing all this. See, as advanced as Orwell might be, it won't gather much from a switched-off PC. Goodbye, investigator. Soon you will find yourself wishing you had listened to my warnings. Okay, well, that's not incorrect. I really can't do anything if her computer's off. Well, hold on. Let me try and figure this out. Okay, well, we found out some more information about him. Ah, he's entered at Rosentech. Well, look, I can put that in for... Well, I'll just put that in there, because I can't put much in her stuff in until she comes back online. So, I guess maybe if I do this... Just curious. I don't know. So now we know that he's an intern at Rosentech. Someone named Winston. Nope, we're not going to touch that. We're going to leave that alone. Because that's what we did last time. That completely ended the game immediately. So we know that he's in that hometown as Captain. And that's his sister. So we have that information on him. Now I know what he looks like. I mean, I got that now. Why not? Who can guess them? I don't know. I don't guess anything. I just know who people be. And I'm just trying to figure out now what I do. What do I do? Oh, what do I do? Ah! party. Yeah, I can find out information of her here. I was sitting there looking up information on this guy. Well, I found out who he was, so that's nice, but now I'm gonna sit there and throw her information in here. Even more of it. Yeah, you're right. You're not on your computer, but that still doesn't mean I can't still put information in here of you. Oh, look at you. Inception of the safety belt. Look at all this information I found on you. Oh, no, Telecrew. What are you gonna do about it, Telecrew? Oh, I know she was the alumni over here. We're gonna throw her in. Look at that. Her early years and all this stuff, and then a member of the party. Got all your information, Telecrew. What are you gonna do about it? Oh. So, I did it a while ago where it like immediately ended, and this one does not have that. Oh, there we go. Now I can go in here. Invitation to inauguration of Bonton, meeting with insect security. Ah, now we got her personal phone number. Look at that. So now we can listen into her stuff and check out her device. Yeah. Well, that's an interesting picture. Alright, nothing in here about, oh, except for Langley. She's got Langley in her phone records. Well, she would know him. They went to school. Hey, Mom. That's your kid. Getting out late. Thank you for taking care of it. Taking care of what? Oh, about leakage. Okay. For a quick call. Ah, the bombings have been a real blessing. Throw that in there. There we go. That did it. Achievement unlocked. Double thanks. So here's this ending. Telecrew announced resignation after Orwell investigator finds incriminating evidence against her. Telecrew was tight-lipped during the announcement. Government announces immediate termination of Orwell and partial agency commission with erasing stored data permanently. So we still shut down Orwell. Previously arrested Thought member Carrington released. No solid evidence for bombing incitements. Carrington aims to renew Thought. So she still gets out and does her thing. Investigator taken with activist group Thought wanted for immediate arrest. Whether their home country will comply to the extradition request remains to be unseen. So the first ending was the best ending for me as the investigator because I didn't get arrested. I was basically seen as an honorary member. The government has declared the investigator. See, why would I be arrested though if Thought was later? Okay, so far it remains unknown whether the home country of this case are implied. The investigator who is likely to be in position inside blah 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 blah. So that was the same thing as last time. So that's the endings that I know of for this. I'm sure there are other endings available, but I just wanted the 3 endings that were most immediate to me. So, the first one I did was the best ending. So I'm going to go ahead and let that ending fly over here. So thank you guys so much for joining me, and I'll check you guys later. Bye!